Hello guys, in this video we will expand our GUI interface and put some puzzles together. I will be starting by adding a second box layout. So let me copy and paste this one into here. So now we got a new text input and a new button. Let me get rid of the orientation for our new layout. And for the new text input, it should have a different ID. So I will make it variable 2 and the text hint to be enter password. Now, in order to shadow the written text into bullets on the screen, I will flag this text input as a password field. And for our second button, the user input should now contains the text value for variable 2. So let me change the widget name to button 2 as well. Now we have to create a new class and a new callback function for the second button. So let me copy and paste the previous class and callback function, and then modify the class name to reflect our widget name. Now let us run our script. Okay, let's make it more decent, and let me go back to the code, and I will add an empty label just to have a space between the two box layout. Okay, now let's see the difference after doing so. And we got our empty space over here. Now if we are trying to type in the second text input, as we can see here, the input is getting masked with the stars because it is marked as password field. If we added another label at the end of our GUI interface, this will move up our second box layout a little bit. And I will use this label to write down a notification saying that this application is for education purpose only, and use it on your own risk. Okay, let's test the code one more time. And it looks much better right now, but the second widget size needs a little tuning to fit properly. So let's change the widget size, and we will be using the size hint that could be defined under the widget to inherit the size. And I will define this value to be 0.5 for both the width and the height, and I will do so for both the text input and the button. So let me run the code, and as we can see, the output right now is much better. Okay, at this point, when the user clicks on the second button, nothing happens, right? Let's make some actions like writing a text file that contains the user input. But first of all, let me change the button text to attack 2 just in order to distinguish it with the first button. Now under the doAction2 function and within an exception handling statement, we will try to create a test attack.txt file in the external storage of our Android device. Now the external storage path is /mint/xsd card. And we choose the write or W as the access mode in which the file has to be opened. After creating the file, we will write the user input value. Again, the user input is a variable that contains the data that the user inserted in the second text input. I will quickly rename the variable to user input 2 just to distinguish with the first user input. And finally, if we got any exception happened, we will simply pass it. Again, before running our script on CubePython, we have to make sure to have this comment or tag before testing the code on our Android. And this is because the CubePython would recognize that script as a KV application and it will show up a GUI interface for us. Okay, now using AirDroid, I got my script transferred to my Android device under a name of main1, and I'm going to run the script right now. And here's our program running. So on the second text input, I will type ABC and I will click on attack 2. Okay, right now if I jump to the memory card, and fair enough, here is our file and it contains APC string. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching.